Hello, today we're making another braid. I came up with this one on my own. It's the knotted military braid. We're gonna start it the traditional way you start a military braid, which is to make a loop and then you're gonna just start looping the other braids through. Whatever color you want prominent, you need to have that facing the bottom. So as you can see, my purple is facing underneath and my gold is on top. To go through the already existing loop like so. And you're not going to be able to make this one tight because it's the one that's stapled. So for this one, we'll just go right into another traditional military loop, you know, for the military braid. Now you're going to use this to snug down. Just make sure everything's pulled tight. Now you're going to go and find the end. This is also a lot like the bubble, but your next step is the same, to where you're gonna put your purple in the back and your gold, and you're going in front, and you're gonna, I don't know if you guys can see, sorry, you're gonna feed it through this loop. Now when you pull, you need to leave your strand of ribbons there, and you're gonna pull to underneath your loop that's been created. You're just gonna pull all the way through, and then like this one, it got a little big, so I'm gonna pull, and now I'll pull my purple. Just keep pulling, and eventually they'll line up. Sometimes it can get a little tricky. I'm not sure what happened. There we go. All right. The wrong sides have to be facing together. That's super important. Okay, so from here, you know, usually with the other one, it would come out this side. It's coming out the bottom. So now you're going to make sure it's pulled nice and tight, but not creased. And see here, it's flat, and you're gonna come up behind this loop here. And when you do, you're gonna make your loop, and you're going to push it through and pull. Now you can see there's the purple loop you made, and you came up behind and went through this top loop. So now you're gonna tighten this over here. And now you're gonna do the same thing that you did on that side. And I have a lot of ribbon, so bear with me. I started this with 3 yards. So I'm pushing it through, and I'm pulling it to the underside of my loop. Making sure right here that wrong sides are together. Sometimes it gets a little curly. There we go. I'll just pull my purple. Now I'll pull them both. And I just pull through. Okay. And now I take this one, fold it back behind, make my loop, make sure you're behind this piece, pull, tighten, and now we're going for the same thing. We're gonna find our ends, make sure the purple's on the bottom. Whatever's facing here, you want to touch those colors together. And you're gonna feed it through. And remember, you have to pull towards the bottom of the loop. You don't want to go to the top. And sometimes you'll just have to fiddle with it to get it right. So it looks like this. See how this turned? So I'm just gonna turn it around. No big deal. No need to pull all of that out. Okay. So now again, we're going up behind this purple, making a loop, and going through. You want to make sure this goes behind your bubble there. And that's what gives you your knot. And so now it's this side. Just doing the same old thing. And it's a lot of ribbon to hold. Once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. The more you can run it together as you're going to the bottom, the easier it'll be to work with. Now see here, you're gonna have to kind of put your fingers in and pull it out. Make sure your ribbons are facing the right way as you pull. And yet again, here we are, a little twisted. So I'll just pull. Now, my purple's a little bit bigger, so I'll just pull some more. And if I need to tighten this, I just can pull on the underside here. And tighten it up, and then pull this, and it'll tighten. Make sure you don't untie yourself. But if you just keep it tighter as you go, it'll be easier. There we go. All right, now, again, make sure it goes behind. And just keep doing the same thing.